in free cash flow and the guidance, Jim, that we're getting from the likes of Salesforce and Snow, which you heard last night on your show.
I'm so glad you went with what Rick Reeder was saying, because that is the theme. The cash flow of these companies, of Salesforce, big Dow stock, extraordinary. Just making so much money. And if you listen to that conference call, you would say, one, it's okay to taper. But two, and this is something, a new theme, Europe is incredibly strong. Europe is ahead of us in terms of vaccinations, that they were behind us. People don't wear masks. People do business face-to-face. There's just a lot of business being done in Europe. The numbers that I'm seeing are extraordinary from the continent, and much better than U.S.
UK, Germany coming back. I know that. Yeah, I talked to the CEO yesterday who's got business in those areas, and they went up, then down sharply,
right,
and now back.
So
now
you're hearing it too.
Yes,
Spain much better.
Well, ECB yesterday said Delta's not going to impact, has had limited impact on the EU economy.
Well, you get a pass. People have business as if it were just, there were no anti-vaxxers in Europe.
So you got Europe hanging in.
Yes.
You got PBOC promising liquidity.
Yes.
You got infrastructure here passing procedural hurdles. So is it any wonder we're at 137?
Well, I mean, I got to tell you that I think that Speaker Pelosi is going to get her trillions. The companies are getting their billions. Europe has turned in a dramatic fashion, which had been just a black hole for a lot of companies. China's going to provide liquidity. Let's move on. I mean, let's just go higher.
Let's move on to what? What are we moving on to?
Into a real world where business is great and we don't have to worry about the Fed either way. Mm-hmm. Now, those who think that this whole move is the Fed, see, they're wrong. Because when you're listening to the companies like Snowflake, Frank Slootman, wow. When you look at Williams-Sonoma, mm-hmm, where this is Laura Albert, who is coming on another show tonight, and hurt my feelings, but that's okay, because it's just business.
Yeah.
But they did a 98% wedding registry. I just happen to love that number.
Williams-Sonoma. We're looking at Snowflake right now, which
Snowflake is.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this man is doing 100% sales growth.
Now we're back to Snowflake, right?
Well, I'm trying.
I know you're jumping around. Now we're on Williams-Sonoma. I'm just trying to get you to keep track so that our viewers know.
I went 100%.
Go back to Laura Albert. Talk about Go back to Snowflake.
Okay, I went. Let me see. I went 100% growers for 500.
Okay, that's Snowflake.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, Snowflake. Okay, now I would like to have $10 billion companies in 2 years.
Okay.
For 1,000.
Williams-Sonoma?
Yes, okay.
Yes,
now I want to do 5 out of 5 quarters of plus 20% growth.
That's Salesforce.
Yes.
What is Salesforce?
What is Salesforce? So that was last night.
Has a giant tower in San Francisco that is empty.
It's empty.
Empty.
But you just got all of those right. Now, what is 56% growth? Same-store sales growth.
What is Ulta?
Ulta. Last night was really just a cornucopia, with the exception of Autodesk, which was slightly disappointing. I mean, even Splunk, which I've been concerned about, mm-hmm, they were on Closing Bell. Doug Mert did a pretty good job. Now they're switching their model, so it's harder to tell. But last night was just one after another of greatness, and I found myself thinking, you know what, Jackson Hole, why don't you just go climb Mount Teton, have a good time, see you later.
You mean knock yourself out?
Knock yourself out.
Taper away?
Yeah. I'd rather go to Jackson Heights than Jackson Hole at this point, because there's business being done there.
A lot better restaurants, too.